Thanks for joining me. This course is entitled JMeter Web Performance Testing. The lessons for this course are intended to enlighten you about performance testing with JMeter. It is a Java application designed to load test functional behavior and measure performance of web and other online applications. This lecture is entitled A Prelude to JMeter. In this lecture, I want to briefly discuss two topics: test lifecycle and test modeling. Like functional testing, performance testing can be introduced and conducted in a cycle format, and it is helpful to define it using a test model. Once you have some clear ideas about the requirements, defining a strategy that leads to a clear test plan, test design, and development is possible. Once the scripts are operational, a single or multiple test cycle can begin. The results are then ready to analyze, and performance reporting can be published for possible tuning cycles. This can culminate into additional rounds of performance test cycles to confirm the application and system status. During the strategy and planning activities, it is often a necessary time to include some time for developing a workload model to demonstrate the daily, weekly, and monthly user traffic for the application under test. Sometimes there's even special times during these periods that an application experiences or is planned to experience peaks. All this should be documented in a way that allows upfront analysis of how the application is utilized. Workload modeling identifies one or more workload profiles to be simulated against the tested application. The workload model is then attempting to approximate a real-life usage scenario and includes different user types and characteristics. In other words, users may have different roles for an application. Thus, their use of the application is different, and the amount of time spent using the application is different. This knowledge allows the creation of different scenarios. The traffic that can be more spread out over time or compressed in time depending on the functions used by each user role. There is a law that helps us with calculating or predicting user concurrency for an application based on what kind of throughput and response times achieved by end-to-end application functions being tested. The calculation can be done with or without think time. User think time is more accurate. If business management have some idea what they want to achieve in terms of users for a peak time, this calculation is useful, and load tests can be executed to confirm. My time has ended for this session. I thank you for yours. Join me in the next video.